Good morning. Welcome to 5 minutes of yoga to start your day. We're in this together. It's a changing time, and one of the really great ways that you can manage that change is to check in with yourself on a regular basis. Yoga is one of those amazing ways you can do that. Now, a few things that are important in your yoga practice is when we consider how we're doing it. We want to work from the breath, yeah? We breathe in and out through the nose, and everything that comes into your awareness, the plan is to breathe in and out through the nose. Okay, so that's almost enough talk about yoga. Let's start our practice. Again, it's a 5-minute practice. To start you off, I do plan to do longer classes, but this is just a start for now. Okay, so if you don't have a yoga mat, you could roll out a towel or just use the floor. Poppy, you're going to need to get off the mat in a moment. Thank you. Okay, so let's begin with the knees apart and walk the hands forward. Keeping the hips back, but reaching all the way forward. Take a breath here. So the plan is to notice how this feels and breathe. So we relax into sensations rather than contracting. Good. And then as you inhale, lift your head and walk your hands back. Okay. Point the knees forward. Now today I wanted to go through dog pose a little bit more specifically because we use it a lot in transitions and it's really important that you're doing it safely. Okay. When we do dog pose, we need to use the whole of the hands, so we're spreading the fingers and pushing down. We really want to use the arms straight, yeah, and the whole of the hands. If you'd imagine that you'd put your hand in a pot of paint, now I've just put it in water, and then you were wanting to make an impression of that hand on the mat, it's the same. You want to push it down, and that's active. You keep pushing it down. It's the same with straightening the arms. We need to continue to straighten them or they'll just start to bend slightly. Yeah, so we're pushing the hands down and straightening the arms. Okay. In dog pose, we want to rotate the pelvis, so lift this and lift the sitting bones up. Yeah? Okay. And more of that in a moment. Okay. To find our measurement for dog pose, there's a few different ways. We could step from plank and press back to dog pose. Or we can be here with the toes tucked under, reaching forward. And we're going to start this way today. Yeah, so the hips are back and the hands are reaching forward. So the arms are straight and the fingers and the palms are pressing down. Okay, so bring the shoulders forward. Shoulders right over the wrists. And now let's lift the sitting bones here, so rotating the pelvis. There's a few different ways we could say that. Lift your front body so that we're preparing to support the shoulders and lift your knees just off the floor. So that's our first place that we need to get comfortable with. Yeah, we could do that a few times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, so pushing into the floor, and exhale, lower. Okay, so we're ready for a bit more. Let's inhale, lift, and lift straight up. Lift the sitting bones again, and then press backwards. So your front body is moving towards your legs. Your ears stay in line with your arms. Your legs are bent. You don't have to use too much of your hamstrings. And take a breath here. We come forward. We can reverse that, bring the knees down to the floor and sit back on your heels. Take a breath. And let's find the final pose. So we're here again, toes tucked under, reaching forward, press the hands down. Take a breath, let's come forward. Press the hands flat, squeeze the arms straight, lift the knees off the floor, lift the sitting bones, lift your ribs, and push back with bent legs. The most important thing in dog pose is that the spine is long. Yeah, so let's straighten the legs, but if you feel like your spine's not long anymore, you would stay with bent legs. Yeah, sometimes if your hamstrings are tight, you'll pop forward. So we're lifting the heels, we're lifting the front of the thighs as well. And then lower the heels down, just as low as you can get. But keep the length of the spine and the pressing of the hands. Take a breath here. Keep squeezing the arms straight. Keep lifting the sitting bones. Keep pushing the thighs back, the knees back, the shins back, the front ankles back. And everything that comes into your field of awareness, breathe in and breathe out. Let's reverse that. Let's come onto the toes. Let's bend the legs. Let's rock forward and bring the knees all the way down. And take a breath here. Okay, so one of the reasons that dog pose is so wonderful is because it works the whole body. We get the arms to work, the wrists, we open the shoulders, we lengthen the spine, the quadriceps engage, the hamstrings engage, and the heels. So it's a really fabulous go-to pose if it's the only one you do. So that's your practice for today. Dog pose, you can do it as many times as you want. I've heard it described as the garlic of all yoga postures. Great for everything. Namaste and have a beautiful day.